RIVN just launched like it found rocket fuel in the parking lot. Welcome to Dayrade Daily, where we ride these moon candles and somehow talk risk. So smash like, subscribe, and join the cult of not blowing up in one trade.
Bro, RIVN being up over 1500, 3%, has my heart doing speed runs. This tape is cracked, and it is Friday, December 19, 2025. So the market clearly wants weekend margin calls.
When an electric truck company moves over 3% in a session, that is not a rotation. That is a psychological experiment, and we are all volunteering.
To be fair, the RIVN spike is not random. They smashed delivery guidance plus rumors of a partnership upgrade, so funds are panic repricing, while day traders treat every candle like a lottery ticket.
Exactly, my people. RIVN is not a stock. It is a prophecy. Today. But prophecy still needs entries. So we break down opening drives, reclaim setups, and where you do not smash, market buy like a cartoon.
I chased first 1 minute on RIVN, then saw the spread widen and my soul left my body. Intraday rule 1. If the spread feels like a rent payment, you size like you are tipping a barista.
And if you still insist on chasing that first parabolic push, at least decide your max loss before entry, not after you are staring at a halting candle and praying to brokers you do not believe in.
Also, RIVN was a textbook gap monster. Big overnight gap. Huge volume. First pull back to intraday support, then send. So the play is small size on the reclaim, not full send at the open bell screen.
The reason that reclaim worked is liquidity density, volume congested around that level. So when it held, you had actual buyers, not just emotional pixels, which is where you can structure a real trade.
Emotional pixels is also my date in history. But yes, reclaim plus higher low, tight stop, partials into spikes, and suddenly you are not the guy screenshotting his account with sad music.
Speaking of space nonsense, RKLB is ripping over 1105%. Apparently the market heard rocket and decided gravity is optional again.
RKLB is literally Rocket Lab. And today it is Rocket Lab with cheat codes. Successful launch plus contract chatter. High short interest. And now every momentum chaser is cosplaying astronaut scalper.
The pattern on RKLB was classic opening drive, then VWAP test. If you waited for that pullback to stabilize, you got a cleaner risk band instead of guessing mid-air thrust.
Yeah, but I scalped RKLB like a goblin, in and out near VWAP with tiny size, because that thing was flipping direction faster than my last 3 life plans.
Jet having life plans is the most bullish signal of the day. Quick rule for these rocket names, though. Once you see repeated long wicks and volume fading at highs, start thinking fade, not worship.
Look at us, sounding responsible, while average volatility is over 792%. My people, this whole market is a trampoline, and overall sentiment is screaming bullish degeneracy.
High volatility plus bullish sentiment means you must treat size like a scarce resource. You can trade a lot of tickers today, but not with full send size on every shiny thing.
Tell that to my watch list. MU, RKLB, RIVN, ASTS, AFRM, even CEG out here. It looks like my platform opened a theme park and named every ride Margin Call Mountain.
Let us hit MU next. The chip giant ripping over 10-21% on an earnings beat plus raised guidance is not a meme. That is institutions hitting the buy button on real numbers.
MU is the grown-up in a room full of mean toddlers. Gap up, heavy volume, tight intraday flag near highs. That is where you can actually size a bit instead of YOLOing 10 micro accounts.
Exactly. MU traded like a trend day. Clean opening range break, held near intraday moving averages, shallow pullbacks. So the edge was buying dips into structure rather than chasing random spikes.
I tried to scalp MU like a meme, and the stock basically told me to calm down. It moved smooth, not like RIVN teleporting, so I switched to bigger patience, smaller clicks, and it actually worked.
Character development. For anyone listening, tip of the day. If a stock is grinding steadily like MU, do not spam entries like it is a slot machine. Pick a level, pick a stop, then let it breathe.
And hey, if this is actually helping you map trades, toss a like and subscribe so we can keep funding Jet's therapy from 1-minute charts.
While you roast Jet, ASTS quietly launched over 658% satellite to sell hype, plus positive coverage means it traded like a lower float tech momentum name. Nasty wicks, but big opportunity.
ASTS candles look like they were drawn by my landlord. Giant spikes, instant rejections. Absolutely a name where you wait for a clear base or you just screenshot and walk away.
Same idea with LRCX and SNDK moving over 627% and 611%. These chip and storage names are in sympathy with MU, so you either play the leader or pick clean secondary levels, not random mid-range stabs.
Yeah, LRCX gave that beautiful higher low near prior breakout. That is the kind of spot where I take a sermon-sized position, set a tight invalidation, and then pretend I am calm while internally screaming.
Do not forget the weird kids SUZ and CEG. SUZ up over 612% on pulp pricing strength, and CEG up nearly 589% as a utilities momentum darling. Give you slower trend options if your heart cannot take RIVN.
CEG moving like a growth stock had me confused. Utilities are supposed to tuck me in at night, not gap like they just discovered crypto under the mattress.
That is because you only notice utilities when they behave badly. Intraday, CEG was a clean breakout retest pattern, slow grind, very polite stop placement, unlike your entire lifestyle.
Meanwhile, AFRM and IREN popping over 601% and 598% are telling you speculative juice is fully back. Buy now, pay later. And miners bouncing in the same tape is pure casino energy.
I tried to short AFRM and the stock treated me like a fee schedule hard rule. Never revenge trade the name that already charged you tuition. Go trade something boring until your brain cools off.
Social sentiment today feels like Reddit rediscovered leverage. Everyone chasing screenshots, very few posting risk plans. So your edge is literally just being the person who plans exits first.
And your second edge is tapping like and subscribe so you remember we yelled at you about risk when you ignore it later. Consider it emotional hedge premium.
Lightning round time, my people. Bold predictions only. RIVN keeps this pace, and we are naming highways after candles instead of politicians.
RKLB next launch window. If they stick another landing, the stock opens with a daily quest, where every trader has to wear astronaut pajamas while scalping.
MU prediction. If chips keep rallying over 10-21% days, they will not be called semiconductors anymore. Just mandatory donations to the trend gods.
I will take the boring one. CEG keeps grinding, and we end up with utilities memes where people brag about stable equity curves instead of lottery wins. Honestly, I would subscribe to that timeline.
Final call, my people. Protect your capital. In this 792% chaos, ride the clean setups on RIVN, RKLB, MU, and friends. Smash subscribe so you do not day trade alone. And we will see you next session as long as your broker still recognizes you.